Hi, good morning everyone. How's everybody today? First, before I start, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please comment below, let me know how I'm doing, let me know if there's anything you'd like me to talk about. It's absolutely freezing. I'm on Ocean Village Marina and it's absolutely freezing here today, so I'm shaking. So apologies if the video is shaking while I'm trying to take a video. There's been a lot going on, and I thought I'd better do a video and update everybody. For anybody who's following my support group and is following me on Insta or LinkedIn or Facebook or anywhere, will know that I've been to A&E and I had possibly another heart attack on Friday night. So I presented at A&E at Southampton General Hospital with severe chest pains that I'd had for 6 hours, and I'd refused to call out an ambulance because I didn't want to waste any of the resources. I then went to A&E myself in agony, clutching my heart, and I was assessed as, you know, possibly having a heart attack. So they took me straight through to the ambulatory care, which is what the standard procedure is: ECG, chest X-ray, bloods. They determined from my blood results and so on that I wasn't having a heart attack. So suddenly the behaviour and the attitude and the way the nurse was talking to me suddenly switched, and she'd completely become cold and rude and not very nice. And I didn't understand it because I was in too much pain to actually be bothered. And the lady in the cubicle next to me was not Asian, was not from SO17, and did not have vulg issues or did not have any of the issues that I was presenting with, and yet she was being talked to like a princess. She only had mild symptoms, whereas I was clutching my heart in absolute agony, in severe pain, saying I have a history of pulmonary embolism and heart attack in 2017. I have a very colourful medical history. I'm a vulg victim. I have a social worker, and I'm in severe pain. She said, you're going to have to go back and wait in the waiting room. I didn't understand. I thought, I'm in severe pain with chest pains. Why do I go and wait in a waiting room full, packed in December, and there's pandemics and epidemics and viruses and everything going around? We are absolutely full. They didn't tell me the actual waiting out time, but the next day I found out that it's a 14-hour waiting period at A&E. So I waited 5 hours until 1 a.m. in the morning. 3 times I went up to reception. 3 times I said that I'm in absolute agony. I can't cope with the pain. It's severe chest pain, and I physically can't wait. I also mentioned that I have PTSD, complex trauma, that I'm struggling to sit and wait here, that I have domestic violence, that I need to be seen. No, you're not having a heart attack, you're fine. And the receptionist actually laughed at me at one point and said, you're not having a heart attack, you're absolutely fine, go and wait. And I said, how do you know that? How do you know that I'm not having a heart attack? Because no one's given me any results. I've just been sent back out here. And she said, well, you went in and you came back out, didn't you? You're not having a heart attack, you're fine, sit down. The security guy kept smiling at me, so I said to him, I'm in pain, I'm in agony, I need help. He said, you're fine, you'll be, they'll see you soon, don't worry. And by 1 o'clock, I just could not cope with the pain anymore. And I thought, at least if I go home, I get a bed for the night, I can take some paracetamol, and I can somehow manage, possibly. So I went home at 1 o'clock in the morning from A&E. I went back the next day. Again, the same thing played out again. Give your details again. Get assessed, have blood tests, get an ECG, and then go back up in the waiting room. 14-hour wait. I even spoke to a manager and said, look, this, I am having severe chest pains. I have a history of pulmonary embolism in 2017. I have complex trauma and PTSD. I cannot wait 14 hours to be seen. No, that's the procedure. You're not having a heart attack. You're not an urgent case. You will wait your turn. I got permission from the nurse to go to Costa because I said I couldn't wait here because of my PTSD. She said that's fine. She took my telephone number. But ultimately it's still a 14-hour wait. So I went away for a little while. I phoned 111 to see if I could get an appointment at the out of hours instead, because I thought at least if it's 2-3 hours out of hours, it's better than waiting 14 hours at A&E. No. Chest pains, A&E. No two ways about it. You're having chest pains, go to A&E. We can send an ambulance, but that's going to be a while, but you need to go to A&E. Went back to A&E. You've missed your turn. We've called you. You've missed your turn. You weren't here. You've missed your turn. Go back to the beginning. I said, but I was in Costa. I had permission to go to Costa. They took my telephone number. She said, well, they're not going to ring you. That's not the procedure. If you're not in the building, if you're not here waiting, you don't get seen and you have to go back to the beginning. But the receptionist was actually asking the manager, but she's not been discharged yet. She's still on the system. I said, well, surely if I'm on the system, it means that you can just slot me in. No, that's not the procedure. You weren't here. You missed your turn. Book yourself back in, go back to the beginning, 14 hours. I said, I'm in agony. It's been 30 hours now of severe chest pain. I'm in absolute agony. I cannot wait 14 hours. I cannot even sit in the waiting room full packed of patients, infections, God knows what else, and I'm severely ill already with chest pains, and you want me to sit in a waiting room full of people with infections and other things. How can you expect me to wait? You are not having a heart attack. You will wait your turn. You will give your details. You will book back in. I flumped to the floor in absolute distress, emotionally, physically, mentally. I could not believe how I was being treated. I could not cope with how I was being treated. I had weeks of ongoing systematic abuse and domestic violence and God knows what else, and I could not cope with the fact that A&E is there to provide an emergency service. You go to A&E with chest pains, you expect to be seen fairly urgently. I've been there before. I know about pulmonary embolisms. I know about ambulatory care. They take you straight in and they help you and they give you pain relief. I was not being given pain relief. I was being denied pain relief. I was being treated like the local drug addict, the local hooker, who's come in on a Friday and Saturday night, who's trying to score codeine and morphine, who doesn't want to wait her turn, who's demanding and causing problems. I am not. I just need to be seen. I am in agony. I have chest pains. I have a medical history of pulmonary embolism and heart attack. You need to see me. No, they didn't do a medical history. They didn't take any information. They didn't check anything. The only thing the nurse said to me was, "Are you a vulnerable adult?" I said, "Yes." I said, "I have domestic violence and I have a social worker." She kept looking at my coffee flask as if I had vodka in it. She looked at my overnight bag as if I'd come planned, prepared for codeine and morphine to score drugs. And they treated me like dirt. When I slumped on the floor, the manager and the supervisor came out and spoke to me directly like this: "You will get up off the floor. You are not having a heart attack. We know you're okay. You can get up off the floor. You can give your details. You can book yourself back in. You will wait the 14 hours. You will wait your turn. You will get off the floor and stop causing an obstruction. This is A&E. We need to get access to that reception desk. You are getting in the way. Stop causing a scene. Get up off the floor." And I said, "Please stop talking to me like a child. Please stop treating me like this. I am in severe pain. I need to be seen. I can't wait in that waiting room. I have severe PTSD and complex trauma." And they laughed. They said, "Oh, she's got PTSD apparently." I have got PTSD. There's no two ways about it. Go and check my records. Go and ring somebody up. Go and check my medical records. You have access to my medical records. It says I had a PE in 2017. Why are you not even checking the basic details? No. Get up off that floor and book yourself in. And I said, "There's a desk next to me." "No. Go to that desk over there, give your details, book yourself back in. We know you're able to. Get up off the floor and do it." I went to the middle desk. "No, that's not the right one. Go to the other one, book yourself in, give your details and wait your turn." And they kept saying, "Are you going to give your details? Are you booking yourself in?" I said, "Do you want me to go on the computer system and do it?" "No, give your details again." I said, "Do you have my details?" "No, we're not going to book you in. You're going to book yourself in. Go and give your details and book yourself in." I left there crying. I could not believe it. I sat outside for half an hour crying. Then I moved away because they're probably laughing at me again, crying. Then literally, as the last resort, I went to the Royal Southampton Hospital out of hours in the hope that perhaps they might have sympathy for me and they might actually see me. Yes, amazing doctor from Cosham Hospital who actually said, if you came to Cosham Hospital presenting with these symptoms, with a history of pulmonary embolism, we would see you straight away. He said he's no idea why they didn't and why they treated me like this. And I was literally beside myself. I could not believe it. A&E is an emergency service. We go to A&E. There is no worse symptom that people can present with than severe chest pain. I have severe chest pain. I have a history of pulmonary embolism. I presented at A&E as no one else would see me, and there was nowhere else for me to go, and you refused to see me. So I just wanted to applaud our NHS. Me and my children were in that march in February, marching for the NHS. I've worked with the NHS, alongside the NHS and for the NHS my whole life. I've paid my taxes. I've been working since I was 14 years old. I do whatever I can to help people and support people. I run my own support group. I help victims 24/7 without getting paid, without getting any awards, without getting any recognition for it. And I do what the social workers and what the council and what the police and what the domestic violence advisory service should be doing, and they are paid and getting funding to do it. I do that for free 24/7. I save lives every single day. I save lives. emotionally, mentally, physically, in any way I can. I help and support people, and I needed the NHS and I needed the A&E department to treat me for severe chest pains, and you treated me like the local hooker there to score drugs. So bravo, well done, carry on, kill us all off, because that's what you want to do. And then I wake up 2 days later and I find, or the next day, and there's an article on social media about a woman who managed to, and it's locally, so it's fairly near me, somebody who managed to get their abuser prosecuted on coercive control laws, and they're applauding her. She's amazing, she did so well, she's got bravo, well done for your bravery and all this stuff. And I was like, wow, that's amazing, I wish her well, I wish her all the success and things. When there is an Asian Muslim woman who has prosecuted her abuser, who gets the justice she deserves on a coercive control law, I will be even more happier and applauded for that, because that's when you can say that your VORG system works and that you care about people. Because if you are coloured and you are Muslim, you don't matter. None of this matters. Nobody cares. Nobody does anything to help you. So I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care, everybody. Bye.